Jesus. Hi, my name is Cheryl Barr. I'm in the human behavior class. This is my presentation on um, hunger in America, particularly childhood hunger in America. I was not able to interview somebody from Phil Abundance, but I did look at an analysis from this article that I got by Doolittle, whom is the title is Ending Childhood Hunger, a Social Impact Analysis. I also watched a video of A Place at a Table. I'll also be talking about that as well, that those few clips that I watched and the movie. Um, Hunger in America is greatly impacting myself and as well as others around me. I personally am a social worker for the city of Philadelphia, and I see a lot of families dealing with this on a day-to-day basis. Um, it is kind of like a race against time. As it states in the video of A Place at a Table, the young lady stated that she was she would use her food stamps the beginning of the month, and then next thing you know, within 2 weeks later, her food stamps will be gone. Um, After that, she relies on resources. There are several resources in the United States that are good, that I personally work with a lot of clients that tell me that they rely on them, such as food assistance such as TANF and the Earned Income Tax Credit Program that also has something with food in regards to children and hunger. Food stamps is also a resource that individuals in the United States use. There is also a no kid hungry campaign in the United States. It connects children with nutritious foods, such as summer meals programs, school breakfast programs. It seems to me as if it particularly looks at low income families. Um, Getting kids to eat these nutritious foods can be very challenging, but at the end of the day, we all have to work together to do this. Um, I did look at this analysis in regards to hunger, and it basically states about poverty facts, and it talks about how we as individuals how it's not just a political issue, but it's also a personal issue as well. Um, there are it talks about also about poverty in the world. There are a lot of poor people, but there are also a lot of rich people in this world. Um, there's also the situation, if food is getting higher, then how are people paying? I know for me personally, I work with a lot of clients who do not have a lot of income coming in. They rely on welfare, and they rely also on SSI or SSDI. Those are their resources of maintaining food in their homes. Um, it talks about food. This article also talks about food insecurity. It takes about it says 62% of food insecure households in 2013 surveyed reported that in the previous month that had participated in one or more three largest food, federal, and nutritious programs. That means a lot of the homes in the United States are relying on these nutritious programs. Other programs such as SNAP, WIC, that's also these are also resources that families can rely on if to get need more food in their homes. The national lunch program, that's also in a lot of schools in Philadelphia. Um, a lot of children do participate in that. But like the young lady also state in the video, that you have to qualify for a lot of um programs. It's not just you just sit up there and you just get it. You have to qualify for it. And like she said, what makes you qualified for it? That's up to us social workers to make that determination. Um, the TANF is temporary assistance to needy families. That is also a assistance for families who need food in their homes as well. The only way that I think that hunger can be addressed is on a political level, due to these state representatives and everybody else who wants to have their hand in what it means to be poor. It also is a situation that we also can not eliminate, but it's a very big thing that is still here, and I don't think it's necessarily going to go away. Um, in a place at a table, it was also a saying that taxpayers' money being spent on schools, but not as resources, and I definitely totally agree with that. Taxpayers are being spent on school, but not on resources. There are not enough resources in the school. There are not enough school resources at the school, home, as well as food resources in the school. I know that there are also some schools that give out lunch, and there are some schools that also give out breakfast, which is also a good thing. Um, but we as Americans, we should already have a supply of food, just in case of a disaster in our own homes. Anything can happen at any moment in our home, my home, anybody's home. The government should supply for these families that cannot afford for this food. Um, the situation regarding the hunger is a national problem. It is a national problem, and I think it is a national issue. Um, each of us has a part to play, and I hope that we can all get together and do something in regards to this problem that needs to go away as soon as possible. Um, it does affect children as they come into middle school and as well as grade school. Um, I know for myself, when I'm interviewing my clients and stuff, and I ask them, what do they eat for breakfast, or have they had breakfast, and do they concentrate in school? They often say, well, I only had like a bag of chips or something like that. That's not really something that is considered nutritious. Um, I know for my son's teacher, he always states that she gives him apples and oranges and stuff like that for the other classmates and stuff. But um, hunger does impact a child on a learning level. It helps them to concentrate more. In the video, A Place at a Table, the young lady stated another young lady stated that when she can't concentrate in school because her stomach is grumbling. And I think that is so true, and I think that she nailed it on the head, because that's something that is very important. And she states, the fact that her stomach is grumbling and she cannot concentrate. Now, there are a whole lot. This young lady is just not just one. There are a lot of young ladies like this, and boys, whom do not have the means at the home to eat. There were a lot of teachers in here that also stated in the video, A Place at a Table. There were a lot of teachers in there that stated that they did have some concerns in regards to children who come to school on a regular basis and state that, you know, that they are hungry and stuff like that. Hunger in America, what I can say, the reason why I chose this is because it's a very broad topic. I think it's a very broad topic, but I think it's something that we all can work together to eliminate. I also think it can be eliminated on a national level as well. And the reason why I chose children is because I work with children on a regular basis. I work with children and youth, and they often equate with each other as far as hunger. When I walk into the homes of my families, I always see what these children are eating. I always go into their refrigerators and, you know, ask them what it is that they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I make that a point in my social work skills or strategies to get that analysis as soon as I meet with the child and get to know the child. One of the other issues in this whole problem slash situation is about poverty. Now, everybody knows poverty is out there, and poverty is a national situation that cannot be eliminated. But if we all work together, and also it also talked about minimum wage in regards to poverty, that is also a big issue. The individuals whom are listed as being in poverty are eligible for TANF and the Earned Income Tax Credit. There are also programs that are also listed that can help these individuals. This, like I said, it was a very broad topic, and it was a lot to talk about in regards to hunger in America and childhood. I thank you for your attention.